Hello women of Deeper Singing Moon community. I'm doing this video on the evening before the Monday as I've got a day out sailing tomorrow, and so I wanted to get the forecast done tonight, but also I'm sat in a field with the sun setting at one end and the moon out at the other end, and it's absolutely glorious. And I'm sitting at a point where it's a crossroads. There's 3 or 4 different paths where I'm sitting that are going across the field in different directions. It feels really good to be on the earth and to be here again to give a reading with the cards. So I did put a picture out, and there were 3 cards. There isn't an extra this time. I shall show you them again in case you didn't have time to choose. So card number 1, card number 2, try not to look at it, and card number 3. So the deck I'm using today is the Shaman Oracle cards, and I was given them for my birthday, and I went to Routing Linn in Northumberland to a beautiful waterfall, and so my cards got initiated there, and I've been using them quite daily really ever since a week or so ago. And so I feel excited to use this new deck, which perhaps some of you might not have met before. Okay, so I shall start, and as I said, there's 3 cards. There is not a bonus this time, so let's start with the first card. Some crows just flew by as I said first card. So we have, all of these cards have cave drawings on them, and I'll bring it closest so you can see it. This is the ancestor of knowing. This card really speaks to me of this time of year, of our spring visions being budding and starting to grow, and a sense of this kind of landing in a place of knowing, perhaps further down the road now, after planting some seeds, watching them start to grow, needing to make some changes, some reflections on where you are. And this cave drawing talks to me of the holding that we have, and actually that we're in a place where we really know what we need to do. And although on a daily basis it can seem that things shift so much, that there is this this weight, a weight that we have, a weight that we hold, that when we really connect into ourselves, tells us exactly what needs to happen next. And it may be that you're not even looking at next. It may be that just now is enough, and that this knowing is there. It's there to be heard, it's there to be seen, it's there to be felt. And so I'm inviting you to really step into being with yourself in some space and some time this week. I know we're busy, I know there's so much going on. Be with yourself, find some space, find some reflection, and really sit with what is there. Noticing in myself nowadays this desire to want to run away from what's really there at times, and noticing as well the patterns around masking it. And so just notice those patterns of masking, really being with what's there, whether that may be Facebook or food, or connecting with people and needing to be with people rather than be with yourself. Really being aware of that and trying to just be fully with what's there. This golden glowing card, this ancestor of knowing, tells me that when you do connect with that place, there will be such treasure there to be gained, so much insight and yeah, a joy of that. Joy, whether there's challenge there or there's, a confirmation, but a joy in being able to know, being able to fully know where you are right now. The gift of that, the gift of clarity, the gift of experience of being with yourself, and the gift of vision, that seeing and feeling. So this card really invites you to jump in to where you are, jump into your intuitive knowing wisdom, your womb space, and grounding and sitting with yourself without any of those distractions. Yeah. That's card number 1. Card number 2. I'm going to show you the view after I've done the cards. It's so beautiful. Dancer of inspiration. Wow. Really feeling the dynamism of this card and the watery element of it too. The kind of glistening there in the depths of the water. And so it feels to me like it's a real dynamic, rising up energy that is there to be played with. It's there to be played with. So bubbling up, bubbling ideas, visions, tapping into new spaces, and in that being able to get a depth, and really be in the depths of yourself. Yeah, feeling your visions, feeling your dreams, feeling that dynamic pulling and pushing energy that can be there, that can be quite intense, I know, but it's so great when you're in that inspirational, joyful, I just want to do this, I just want to get this done, I love it, and I know I want to do it, and I can feel it in my bones. It's that kind of energy I can feel with this card. And you're really got your eyes open, and you're really feeling that bubbling creative energy coming through you. So it's an invitation to work with that, to invite it, to play with it, and to delve into it and get messy and mucky and bring it to life. Bring those visions and those dreams and those ideas that are bubbling, bring them up, bring them out, and really be with them. Give them permission without any of those voices, those inner voices or blocks. Just let it all come, whatever it is, whether it's something you're writing or workshop you're planning, or some creative time, or it's just you out in nature, whatever it may be that you really long to do, whatever you're hearing inside yourself that needs to come through. Just inviting that, really inviting that in to come to fruition. Yeah. This card feels incredibly exciting. I'd love to hear of what visions are coming through for you. Yeah. And the depths that's going to show you of yourself feel powerful, really, really powerful. So in that play and in that creative flow, there's that power of you, who you really are, and sharing yourself with the world. Being able to say, yeah, this is me, this is what I do. Welcome. Share this with me. See what I do. Feel me. Exciting. I'd love to hear if there is anything that's really bubbled up for you from this card. So that's the Dancer of Inspiration. And the last card. Quite interesting. Okay. I need to pick one more card. I'm going to pause this for a second. Okay, so I picked another card because that card is for all of us. So there is one bonus one after all. So this card is a third card, and This is the proxy third card, excuse me, for the, well, at least you know it's live, and for the little switcheroo. This is a dancer of frustration. So this speaks to me of there being a block, being elements getting in your way this week, being able to really feel into them, and rather than letting it block you, really being able to allow that to be present and to feel into what it is and connect with it, so that actually there's a way to move through it and to work with it, rather than it just being something that's really in your way. And I've been feeling this a bit of late, and it's a fascinating one. I've pulled this card a few times recently, and you can see there are a few figures dancing there, and kind of little bit of bumping into each other, not really having full space. And so yeah, it's an invitation to really see the blocks, feel into the blocks, and sit with them, speak to them, meditate with them, ask them for guidance, invite flow back in, rather than having those feelings of, oh, but I really wanted to do this and this is in the way, and having to push and push, because that can be really tricky when the flow's not there, in contrast to the last card where there feels like there's a flow of creativity. This one, there feels like there's something they've come up against, and that really needs to be understood and heard. And so it's a real inspiration kind of invitation. Inspiration's not the word, invitation is the word. It's a real invitation to sit with those frustrations, to sit with those blocks, and say, okay, what am I to do with you? What are you telling me? What do you have to say? What can I do? Do I need to sit here for a bit longer with you? Let's have a chat. Let's see what's really going on. Let's see what opportunity this gives me, this pause, this space, this time, this holding of it, rather than there being a flow and a move. What's happening? What is holding this? And really being able to sit with that and question. So it's really questioning, an invitation to question what's going on and be with it. Be with it fully. Let it all be there, all the blocks, those things that are hard to look at. Just invite them in, sit with them, have a cuppa with them. So that's card 3. And the third card before I changed it was the Companion, and this is one of the cards that it's guided that you pull out before you do your cards. And I thought, I don't need to pull that card out, because I want it to be in the pack for the travelling of this. But it's reminding me that we have people with us always. We have spirits with us, we have loved ones, we have our energetic animals with us, and this is the Companion telling us that in this walking this week, in this journeying, we have those holding us and thinking of us and loving us, and yeah, we're not alone. And yeah, I just want you to remind you of that. Feels like this is going to be a big week. And now I want to show you the view. So what do we have? We have the sun setting behind me, this beautiful field. We have, let's see if I can get the moon in. Where are you, moon? There you are. There's the moon there. And then we have all these cows. Can you see the cows? See if I can get the cows in. There's some cows in the background, you can see them. So from this beautiful space, hope I haven't made you dizzy there. From this beautiful space, I want to wish you a really great week, and blessings, and thank you for the honour of doing this reading.